Hey gang, so today's another sponsored video by Flux, and this time they sent through a follow-up fidget that they say is much more of a fidget toy than the original Flux that I reviewed before. Link up here. It is the Fluxons, and this is weird, but absolutely is a fidget. It's a one-handed fidget because I can do this one-handed. I've got some thoughts, and let's get this onto the camera and have a look. We're gonna look at all the fun play styles with the Fluxons. Let's go. Okay, so here is the Fluxon. Now this was a response from Flux about my last review. They had reached out and they said, actually, you know what, you're right, that's not really a fidget. However, we do have one that is a fidget and we'd like to send that to you to review if that's all right. And I was like, if that's all right, of course that's all right. So they sent this through. I had no idea what was coming when they sent it. I got this out of the box and I was like, what is this? And then I started playing with it. This is a fidget. This is absolutely a one-handed fidget. I consider most fidgets one-handed, although I mean there are some two-handed fidgets out there as well. But really, if you really have to manipulate it strongly with your hand, then I don't categorize it as a fidget. But this thing is this is a whole new space. This is odd, weird, cool, feels unique. Now, what is this? This is basically a really super strong metal ball in the middle, and these are steel balls covered in rubber. And so what happens is you get this really kind of soft, tactile feel when you're manipulating it. And these are really, really cool. I will say one of the only downsides that I have noticed after playing with it quite a bit is you get this. You get staining on the rubber. So see how like the yellow is stained, the gray, a little bit, the red, very stained, the white gets stained. So they all just stain. And you can kind of clean these up. You can buff them. Oh yeah, so there's the black coming off of my thumb. So the question is, I'm not sure if the black is coming from the black ball or if it's coming from the steel, like the magnetic ball. So that's the only thing you might notice as you use it, is that you do get this sort of black residue that, again, kind of dirties your fingers after a while, right? Like, you can see that, can't you? So there's stain on the yellow, and then as we wipe it off, it does come off. But again, these are prone to, I guess we'll call them temporary stains. I don't know why, I don't know what causes it. But anyways, other than that though, very, very cool. Silent, right? Like I just want to like, get back here. I just want to like manipulate and mash and do whatever. And I don't know, there is something really, really cool about them. And you know, as you sort of pull more away, then you get just this very, very kind of tiny movement on them. And some of them repel from each other, but they don't actually repel. It's that I think there's probably a couple different magnets in here. Because see here, this sticks, right? That sticks, this does not. So it could also be that there are magnets inside the balls, but they don't stick to each other. So that's the really interesting part with this. They do not stick to each other. But the minute you add this in, they become like this molecule. So honestly, loads of fun. This is definitely a fidget. I use this one in meetings a lot, actually, because I just kind of sit there, like when I'm on Zoom, right? I just sit there and I just kind of like roll them around. And the middle magnet is strong enough. And this is what's really important about this type of fidget. It is strong enough that the other balls don't fall off. So you're not in the middle of talking to somebody and then you hear that, right? Like on your desk. Like it's actually not easy to separate these. Like I have to like forcibly separate it. And even then it wants to come back. So I tend to, you know, there's a couple little moves you sort of get used to. Like I start doing this with it, little flip, because again, there's a center point in the ball where I don't know what it is or why it repels the way it does, but it does not like living in that middle space. And I think it's just maybe because there are magnets top and bottom. I don't know, but like it makes it a lot more fun so that the whole thing isn't magnetic. There are these little sort of repulsion points that really push the balls around. So yeah, this is cool. This is fun. This is a fidget a kid would just sit on the couch and just kind of like play around with, and hopefully not put in their mouth. I don't think it's big enough, or I don't think it's small enough for that. Mind you, kids always find a way, don't they? Again, it's just this staining part where you really want to, I'd really love for them to figure out why that happens. And again, if it's from the black ball, get rid of the black ball. If it's from the magnet, then I don't know, maybe a different coating or something. But other than that, this is really, really fun. I would not hesitate at all to, wouldn't hesitate to recommend this. I mean, it's like $49. So honestly, for 49 bucks, this is a really, really fun toy. So absolutely, I wouldn't hesitate to recommend this. This is very, very cool. And this would appeal to a lot of people. I think a lot more people would kind of get this, like a lot more non-fidget people would probably get this quicker than they would like a slider or something. Like when you hand it to somebody and they kind of give you that face like, yeah, what is this? But giving them this, I think anybody can kind of take it and manipulate it and get the appeal. All right, gang, thanks for watching.